Welcome to Drunk on Social, the Symposium, where we help you stay ahead of social media trends, share the latest news, and highlight the strategies that are working to help you grow your business. Now let's join our hosts, Tristan and Jeff, in 3, 2, 1.
By now, you certainly know that Instagram is a social media platform that is arguably the most important platform to establish your brand and business as we head into the future. Understanding that growing a following is simply what the world tells you is important, but in actuality is purely vanity with very little results. And that's why we have come to really appreciate and endorse Michelle Berman with the Instagram Power Method, who teaches you how to actually connect with ideal clients and attract them to you without having to sell. Michelle comes from a place of practicing what she preaches, as she has built her business 100% through organic Instagram leads. Everything is rooted in sales psychology and conversation based on tapping into the brains of your ideal client. Vanity metrics are for, well, vanity. Go connect with Michelle today. Check out powermethodmasterclass.com. That's powermethodmasterclass.com, and be prepared to change your business's life.
Welcome back, drunk. Yeah, I can roll my R's just like you Spanish speakers.
That was a surprise.
Drunk on Social, the Symposium, episode 26. And as we were just discussing offline, by now you have realized, if you've subscribed to this podcast, that you've gotten the Social Genius recap. That was 23.
Boom.
Then 24 was a normal. Then 25 was Brendan Kane's interview from Social Genius.
Ooh.
Which means, guess what? Every other episode going forward is going to be all of those recordings. I've listened to Brendan Kane twice. In addition to the original interview, it arguably gets better every time. And I have all kinds of notes and actually content ideas, Tristan, that I'm taking from these. So you should be paying attention to these podcasts is the moral of the story. But this episode is we're going back to the news. We're going to tell you what's happening in the world of social media. So Tristan, what are we going to talk about today?
Dude, I'm excited about YouTube. YouTube's taking it to a whole different level and saying, look, we love that everybody's doing their thing on social and on the internet, but we're about to build a stadium or what they call a theater. YouTube theater, 6,000 seats, and it's going to host a wide variety of events. That to me is exciting. I'm going to put up the link into the show notes so you can watch the video on YouTube, of course. But they're building it out in LA because LA is the headquarters of YouTube. In Inglewood, right next to the Rams Stadium, which is, by the way, Jeff, pretty awesome stadium.
Inglewood's always up to no good, Tristan.
Well, that's right. That's why come on. That's who said that?
Tupac.
It wasn't Tupac. I was going to say Ice Cube, but I think you're right.
It's California, I believe, is the song California.
Yeah. Dude, look at that.
Well, I will tell you, I'm just going to tell you, as a St. Louisan, we hate the Rams Stadium because we hate the owner, Stan Kroenke, who probably has, if he's smart, he's probably the developer behind this theater. And screw him.
No hard feelings there.
Actually, I don't really have that hard of feeling. I don't really care that much, but like Sean, my partner, as you know, any diehard St. Louis Rams fan hates them. So not to digress, I think this is a next level. The YouTube just goes to show you that as all of these other platforms are doing these innovative things, they also are going to do something super innovative because this is really smart. And this is going to create pay-per-view inside of YouTube. And there's going to be this exclusivity. And I mean, think about it. You don't know this yet, Tristan, but you're about ready to. Actually, you do with both of your kids. And they're not quite at that ripe, like content creator YouTube age. They're at the consumption age. And, but very soon here, like this is going to be everybody's dream. Everybody who's less than 25 years old is going to dream, I want to be on at the YouTube theater. I want to be on at the YouTube theater. It's the future. This is the future. Pay attention.
I love it, dude. It's just another step in that direction of taking on Netflix, Disney Plus, and every other streaming service out there, and television stations. So
this is why, if you're in any business of any kind, you want to start build. You want, if you're serious about it, if you're like Ken Pozek and Brad McCallum, you got to go in, man. You got to go all in on YouTube,
dude. Plus, you know what? We need to interview both of them together on the show. Together.
That would be longer than 20 to 30 minutes, though, I think.
Because we've seen their growth from 0 subscribers to now, what do they have, 15, 16,000 in less than a year or so?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome to see. Pretty awesome to see. All right. Next, Clubhouse. I'm surprised that we're still talking about Clubhouse, but they're still around, dude. What's going on?
Well, first of all, it was interesting because remember at the Social Genius event, Judy Fox, who is just a diamond in the rough, she shocks you with her knowledge and her expertise about LinkedIn. And she did say, because remember, LinkedIn and Clubhouse have a connection.
Yeah.
And you can invite people from your LinkedIn audience when you're live on Clubhouse. And that's a pretty cool feature. And she said it's still very relevant. In fact, dude, I had somebody message me the other day who wants me to speak to a group of people and teach them social media and video tricks. And she's like, hey, let me know the next time you're on Clubhouse. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm really
I'm not sure. You know, that's so funny because I was asked to jump on Clubhouse at 7:30 Eastern time once a week. And I was like, dude, that ain't going to happen. That's like 6, that's 4:30 a.m. my time. And I'm still comfy in my blankets at the time. It's just not going to happen. But people are still gravitating there. They're saying they have 700,000 rooms per day.
That's crazy.
That's the average. And they just added spatial audio. And if anybody's familiar with spatial audio, explain it. So the very first time I heard about spatial audio was when I put on my AirPods or my AirPod Pros. And they say, hey, look, it's like now you can hear the depth. You can hear where the audio is coming from, like if it's coming from the right, from the left, from the front, from behind. And that's what they're adding here to kind of add more depth to it, because they're sticking to audio, right? This is the only way to come into this social platform, is to listen in. So, dude, I love that they're making the experience even deeper, right? So I like it.
Well, quietly, they're growing. I mean, 700,000 rooms in every day. It's an increase of 130% on its volumes from 3 months ago. So again, this is why you and I say this. People are so quick to vacate stuff. So people look so quick to not jump on things, i.e. TikTok. I mean, I just think you need to have this in the back of your mindset. There's still possibly some relevance. I really think so.
Well, I hope so, because you and I spent a lot of time growing our Clubhouse following.
Yeah, we did. I spent way too much time this past winter.
Me too. So I hope it goes back, because then we can jump in and be like, see, you guys shouldn't have jumped out.
We're relevant right out of the gate.
That's so good. So true, man. All right, next we've got Instagram, which we talked about last time. And we mentioned that they're switching over from swiping up, which I kind of never liked, to a sticker, so that when you click on it, it's going to take you to that link that you hope people would click on. Because, dude, think about it. Do you swipe up anywhere else, or do you click to go anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
So it makes sense. I'm surprised that it took them so long to be like, let's make a sticker where people can click on or touch. So I'm excited about that, because I think just between what we're doing, Jeff, with Drunk on Social, people will be able to follow us much faster. Be like, click to see the podcast. In this case, you're listening in as a business owner. Well, people will be able to click and follow whatever you're trying to sell, or a service, whatever that is. You're in much easier. I just wanted to bring that up again. What do you think?
And it's still not there. I just looked, by the way.
All right, so they're releasing it slowly, like they do everything else, and it'll probably be broken the first time you test it out, which is no problem.
But do pay attention. So it's in the little. So if you're familiar with stories, which you should be, and let's just say you have an image up there, and you go up to the top, and you have all these different buttons you can click. It's the little square button with the fold. where you have the stickers and the GIFs and all these different images, that's where it will be. So it'll be right there, probably towards the top around the location hashtag tag button, somewhere right in that vicinity. So keep an eye out for that, because, and we still don't know if it's only going to apply to someone with 10,000 followers. That's the thing I would pay attention to. Because if it's for everyone, that's a huge advantage for everyone, because now you're not limited to 10,000 followers, which is hard to get on Instagram anymore.
Well, that's true, man. It's not as easy as it used to be. I'm checking right now. I don't see it. So yeah, almost out. And obviously we did test out the software Yellow Duck last time to stream through desktop into Instagram. And so I've tested it out a few more times, and it does work. It does work very well. Right. So I highly suggest, if you're looking to stream from your desktop into Instagram, to use that, but you're still going to need something to run it through. And I use Ecamm Live. So Ecamm Live is probably the easiest to work.
Okay. So explain that to a novice. So first of all, Yellow Duck is kind of like a StreamYard or a Zoom?
Yellow Duck is just the tool that allows you to extract the link from Instagram to play it into something else live. So it's like a link to join and watch something. So it extracts it. And when you've extracted it, you can throw it somewhere else, but that somewhere else needs to be a place where it's going to allow you to stream it through and people can watch. Right? That's because if you just get Yellow Duck on its own, you can't do anything. You still need to run it through somewhere.
Okay. So if you want to, as people know, if you're familiar with Zoom, you can stream live on Facebook. If you want to stream live multiple places, you go to a StreamYard. You can do Facebook, you can do LinkedIn, but I don't think you could do Instagram through StreamYard.
No, you can't. You'd have to go to either Restream, right? Or like we do on Ecamm Live. So this is how it works. Let's just say you go with Ecamm. Ecamm Live is a software. It's like $30 a month, really inexpensive. I pop up Ecamm Live, and now I have it on front of me. It's like Zoom, right?
Camera. Yeah.
It's a camera, easy. And on Ecamm Live, I click a button that says play live into YouTube, into Restream, into maybe you have a link, and that's where Yellow Duck comes in. Do you have a link, right? Where we can play it live, your own personal link. And then that's where you throw in the Yellow Duck link that you connect your Instagram to. And then as soon as you pop it in there and press now play live into whatever that is, it plays into Instagram. That's the workaround. That's what allows Yellow Duck to work. And I probably lost all of our listeners right there, but that's okay. You could just message me.
I don't think so. I think I think those that are listening are serious about this stuff. And that's really important. Streaming to IG is super valuable, because we're always we're telling you guys, IG is a big piece of the puzzle going forward. And so the more content you can create there, and the Eds Dulux of the world, they give you that cadence, and you should be going live. What does he say? 30 minutes every single week, I think he says. Doesn't matter what kind of increments or how much, 1 minute or, what would that be? 6 5s. It doesn't matter. Just figure. I think he said 30 minutes, or was it per month? I don't remember.
That I think it was like 3 times. He wanted you to do 3 times a week, and I was like, dude, I barely do like 1 time a month.
Yeah, right. I know.
I'm pretty getting used to it.
Yeah, I know.
So we suck at it, Jeff.
Yep.
We need to do better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on now. So that's great segue. By the time this goes live, this actually might even be over, which we'll do an episode and we'll talk about the experience. But at the time of this recording, we haven't started the 100 video challenge for TikTok yet. That's coming. That's going to be very interesting. We're going to try to do 100 TikToks. Well, we're going to try to post 100 videos on TikTok in the month of September. And it could be reposts, it could be reshares, but it's going to be a lot of new content. So it's regardless, it's going to be a feat. We're going to be averaging over 3 video posts a day is what we're going to have to average. Some days it might be 10, some it might be 0. I don't know. Guess we'll see. I'm sure you have a cadence. I'm sure you've already got your 100 videos ready. I don't.
Dude, I think I have about 50 to 60, I think. And so, I mean, but still, I need to stay ahead, right? Or we're not going to complete our 100.
Yeah. You're a better planner than I am. I wing it, and you know me with challenges. I'll find a way to
Oh, dude, we're both gonna for sure do it. So it'll be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch. All right, and then the last thing I have here is something we both found on SEMRush. Now, that's a website, but they have this great graphic that shows you the ultimate social media checklist. And we want to share with you the daily things you should be doing. And this is if they came in the form of a checklist. And Jeff, do you have that one in front of you?
I do.
So what you got for us on the daily, man? There's like 9 things I think on here.
Yeah. Why don't we go through them and then maybe talk about our favorites? I think they're all important, but first things first. These are all Captain Obvious. Like if you didn't know this stuff by now, start paying better attention. First things first, check and reply to comments and questions. Like that's a no-brainer. If you got to be invested, if people are going to give you love, you have to give love back, and it's a part of the game. So do not let one comment go untouched. Make sure you're at the very worst liking it, but reality, you should be commenting back. And if you want to overachieve, try to incite another comment by asking a question or something like that, but play the game. Number 2 is find your brand mentions online and react to them. That basically, in my opinion, Tristan, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but let's just say real estate, because we know that's a lot of our audience. Go find the relative community hashtags and the areas that you want to be seen and react to them. So if you focus on Malibu, for example, Tristan's going to follow any of the hashtags that are relevant to Malibu, which means that stuff's going to show up on his feed more often. Talking about Instagram here, and he's going to comment more often and become a regularly seen name within those communities. Increases the odds of somebody seeing him on their platform and stalking him and seeing that he's really cool.
Yep.
Did I explain that correctly?
Dude, right on.
Review and comment on influencers' posts. I don't. That's interesting. I don't do a lot of that.
I need to do more of that, man. I agree with you. I don't. You know what we should do? Well, hold on, Jeff. We do that to each other. I comment on yours.
That's true. Okay, fair. I mean, yeah, in real estate, that's true. Yeah. I do comment on like D-Rock, but I know him, right? I feel like with Gary Vee, I take that back. I do comment on Jesse Itzard stuff, but I feel like it's lost because I know this from personal experience. When you have stuff that goes viral, my daughters have said this, it's impossible to keep up. When you have something that goes viral and you get thousands of comments, it's not possible to comment back to everyone. Yeah, that's first world. That's like first world problems.
That's so true.
It's not possible. So I feel like commenting on Gary Vee's stuff is basically moot. Now I watch it, I enjoy it, but it's a waste of time to comment on it because he's never going to see it. And maybe I'm wrong. And maybe this is why these people are smarter than we are. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, but I don't know. It sounds like a good idea. I'll do it.
Okay, fair enough. This next one I think is very underrated. Explore industry news and hot topics. I always tell people I think the biggest mistake that we have as humans, if you really want to take social media serious, get out of the time suck aspect of social media and make it intentional. And so rather than going there and you get stuck just scrolling, or, this happens on TikTok very easily, make it very intentional, make it intentional about who you follow. So that way you're consuming like you and I always are with this news, right? And so I'm intentional about what I'm watching and reading, so then I can take that content and then repurpose it. And that's the name of the game. So stay hip to that kind of stuff. Along that same vein, discover trending hashtags. This is probably more relevant on TikTok. I honestly think, Tristan, that this is not as relevant to our audience. I mean, we're teaching you guys how to become, how to do this more organically, how to make real connections. Virality is not the name of the game. Connections are the name of the game. And so if you're just trying to get on the bandwagon on a trending hashtag, it's probably real estate's never going to be a trending hashtag. It's usually going to be fashion related, probably, right? And so
that's true.
Take your pick. I can't say it's the wrong thing to do because it depends on the industry. Research industry related keywords and threads. This kind of goes along the same vein as hashtags and news. This is a good one. Watch what your competitors are posting. Like this, to me, this is where I got my start in social media. I watched people. Mike Cuevas was one of the guys who first, like 6-7 years ago that I was like, damn, he was way ahead then. And then I started following guys like Sam Karimian and then you, and I wouldn't call it competitors, but industry colleagues. Pay attention to what other people are doing and emulate that stuff and then make it your own. That is a super tip.
That I'm going to add to that because I think it's important who we're watching, because if you pay attention to those people that are just posting a bunch of garbage that just doesn't make sense, you're also going to be doing the wrong thing. Like if you're in real estate, don't copy those people that just throw up a bunch of listings and reviews and just talk all about business all the time, right? It gets kind of boring and stale. Be creative. Listen to the Brendan Kane episode that we did. Go back to that one, right? Stand out.
Yeah, 100%. And the last one is actually more relevant to you than me. Update your posting calendar. I don't even know what that means. I don't have a posting calendar.
It means don't use the same one that you used a year and a half ago. Things are always changing, right? So go with the current events, talk to the people now, engage with them as the world changes around you. That's pretty much it. So,
you know why my content is so fresh? Because
why?
I don't follow a posting calendar, because it's what's happening every single day.
You kind of are. There you go. You're following the posting calendar in your brain
of my life.
What's current, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's very true. I love it.
Which one of those do you think is most important to you? We got to pick one.
As a business owner, I would say the very first one, which is check and reply to comments and questions. People assume that your job is done once you post, but clicking the like or the heart button and then commenting on every single person that comments on your post, that goes a long way. It increases your engagement.
I like that. I agree. I think that's a good one. I think one of the most underrated ones is exploring and getting yourself into the certain hashtags or community hashtags where you want to be known more. I think that's a very underrated strategy. Michelle Berman teaches it. And I don't think enough people are doing it. Or like mortgage people, I always tell them, I'm like, just go follow the realtors that you want to do business with. Show them consistent love by commenting, engaging their content. It's the same concept by doing it in your community, and you just get to be known and relevant and remembered, and that's the name of the game, rather than having to do the old-fashioned cold call. It's pretty powerful. So
that's true, man. I mean, if one thing that they didn't add here is our LCM strategy, like, comment, message, which is what we talk about all the time.
Yep.
That's one thing that I would be like, that needs to be done daily, right? So,
Yep.
Oh, and I always see you. Oh, look, see, there you go. Who works with us here at Drunk on Social, he says that she always sees. Oh wait, Jeff, was this you or was this in? Always see
That's her
page. Okay, got it.
That's her. Well, and so if anybody, so she just mentioned the For You page. That was a thing on TikTok in the beginning. It no longer is, and a lot of people think that's a hack. And I don't think it is at all anymore. So you can try it. It's not going to work. If your content's good, it'll go viral. That's the name of the game. But in the beginning, people tried to hack the system by putting hashtag FYP, hashtag For You page. And that the algorithms become much smarter than that. But yes, you do see that in, because that's why people think that they're hacking the system and people are searching for you. They're not. Nobody's searching that anymore. And you're not, the algorithm is smarter than us. And so it's a waste, but that's why you see it. It's exactly why you see it.
That's it, bro. I agree with you. That's all I got.
Likewise, this went longer than I thought.
It was good.
As always, smash that subscribe button and share it with your friends. And don't forget, the next episode is going to be Rory Vaden. It's going to be a replay of the Social Genius event, and then another regular episode, and so on. You get the point. That's why you want to subscribe. That's why you don't want to miss an episode. These are like gold. That's why we sold it. because it was so valuable. So now, as a subscriber to this podcast, you're going to get all of them for free and incremental pieces. You're welcome.
That's right. It's like
see you next week. See you next week, buddy.
See you next week, buddy.
Thanks for listening to Drunk on Social, the Symposium. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated.